Did you know that, part one, did you know that the colors red, orange, and yellow give you an appetite? Makes you hungry. And the color red triggers the emotion for passion, which means if you see the colors yellow and red together, you'll be passionately hungry. That's why many of your favorite brands, restaurants, and fast food chains use those very colors in their logos, banners, and signs. If you enjoyed this video, double tap it and follow me, and I'll come back with a part two.
Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. If you were gonna very carefully cut off all of your skin, you could survive about 3 days after. If you ever have a dream that's in black and white rather than color, it means that that dream's gonna be stored in your long-term memory rather than the short-term. While it can be kind of hard to tell, most people can actually hear the difference between hot and cold water being poured.
Look at this cute crab. It's actually not a crab at all. This is a crab carapace. The carapace is the crab's exoskeleton that it sheds off when it gets too big for its shell. Once a crab molts, its new shell can be as soft as jelly, leaving the crab really vulnerable to predators like birds and octopi. When their new shell hardens, it becomes a sharp and sturdy piece of armor for the crab. Check out these cool textures and knife-like spines. Through their molting process, they can even regrow lost limbs and claws. They use their teeth-like claws to chew their food and have a pinch force that is as strong as a human bite. Be sure to follow if you love ocean animals.
Most heavily protected places on the planet, part 3. The Coca-Cola recipe. The original formula was made in 1886 by John Pemberton. The formula was kept secret. In 1925, the formula was put in a safe and was kept there until 2007. In 2007, it was transferred into a vault in the newly built World of Coca-Cola Museum. Only a few people have ever laid eyes on the secret formula. Even executives and workers at Coca-Cola aren't allowed to know the recipe. The ingredients come into the factory unlisted, although you know some ingredients because of the FDA requirements. But if you want to know the special ingredients, you have to get into the vault.
Weird facts you didn't know, part 6. Adrenaline gives you super strength. With the proper response in certain situations, you can lift a car. Dogs smell 1,000 times more accurately than humans. So stop being surprised when a drug-sniffing dog finds your weed stash at the airport. Even I smelled that shit. A female's orgasm lasts 3 times longer than a male's orgasm. You lucky motherfucker. Speaking of orgasms, 48% of women have faked the orgasm. You cold motherfucker. Owls can't move their eyeballs. 30% of people flush the toilet while they're still sitting on it. Wait, so you're not afraid of that ass splash? That ass splash is serious. A whopping 76% of people blame their farts on someone else. Come on, y'all, claim your farts. We all do it. Even Beyonce farts.
Facts that could one day save your life. If a tornado looks like it's not moving, that means it's heading towards you. If you ever see square waves in the water, get out immediately. These waves have powerful currents under the water that can sweep you out and take you away. If someone falls into cold water or is close to hypothermia, don't put them next to a fire. They need to be warmed up slowly, otherwise it could be potentially fatal and they could experience something called afterdrop. And this is due to the fact that your blood flow cannot adapt quick enough to that change from extreme cold to extreme hot. If you ever get caught in a rip current, swim sideways. A rip current is a strong flow of water that moves directly away from the shore. And if you get caught in one and you try and swim straight in, it's just gonna keep pushing you back and you're gonna lose energy. So you need to swim sideways until you're out of it and then you can swim in.
Weird facts you didn't know, part 9.
That looks like a G.
The strongest muscle in the human body is the tongue. And you know it's true because everybody knows somebody who could run their mouth all day. Although some believe the opposite because of their white bellies. Zebras are actually black with white stripes. 1,000 birds a year die from smashing in the wind. You burn about 200 calories doing 30 minutes of sex. So if you didn't get your cardio in, a mole can dig 300 feet long in just one night. So while y'all wasting money on all this machinery trying to dig from country to country, why don't you just go to the pet store and get you a couple of moles? Only 1% of people can roll one arm forward and the other arm backwards simultaneously. If you don't believe me, it's so hard. Give it a try. Look at you trying it. You ain't the 1%.
Terrifying facts about the ocean, let's get into it. So we've explored roughly 5% of the ocean, leaving many things and creatures yet to be discovered. Also, sunlight penetrates about 700 feet into the ocean, and after that we're in a murky black abyss where we cannot see anything, but many things can still see us. There are about 3 million shipwrecks, with countless human bodies being eaten by many undiscovered and unexplained organisms, so that's terrifying and horrible to think about. Also, there are many unexplained disappearances, from ships to planes to people. Also, the pressure at the bottom of the ocean is so immense it equates to 50 jumbo jets being piled on top of us. There are also plenty of terrifying and deadly diseases that eat our flesh while we were still alive in the ocean. Plenty of creatures have just been discovered, including the giant squid and the basking shark, so who knows what other giant and massive and deadly creatures have yet to be discovered. Also, here's a terrifying situation to think about. We cannot swim up out of the ocean very quick or we will die of something called the bends. So imagine being deep down in the ocean and trying to escape, but realizing you cannot swim up, so you are fucked by whatever creature is chasing you. Also, there are tons of dead bodies.
If you find a cookie under your doormat, call the cops immediately. Home invaders will put a cookie right there under your doormat, and then they will come back in a day or so to check on it. What they're looking for is if the cookie is still whole or if it's been crushed. If it's been crushed, that means someone's been coming in and out of the house. If it's whole, that means no one's been using that door to come in and out of the house, which gives home invaders the green light to say, hey, no one's here, let's rob this place. This is mainly for people who enter their house through one single door. Regardless, if you ever see this, call the cops immediately. Be safe out there, folks.
Weird facts you didn't know. Part 10. Your nose can remember 50,000 different smells, and women are better smellers than men. I wonder if you could smell bush. The world's youngest parents were 8 and 9. They could have been grandparents by 18. Maine is the only state with one syllable. Mississippi, Colorado, North Carolina, South Carolina, they just got lazy with Maine. The word okay, which stands for all correct or all correct, is the most frequently used word on the planet. The hottest temperature ever recorded was 136 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you imagine walking outside in that heat? Ladies, your lashes will melt right off. Only 1% of people can swing their foot clockwise while drawing the number 6. I'm not in the 1%. Are you in the 1%? Make sure you heart this video and follow me for more.
Can a teacher be arrested for grabbing your arm? Yes. Florida teacher at Buddy Taylor Middle School is arrested for battery after he grabbed the arm of a student. If the teacher grabs your arm, 1, tell your parents. 2, file a complaint with the school. And 3, contact a lawyer to protect your rights.
This is one of the coolest things I've seen in the beekeeping world. It's called queen balling. There is a queen in the center of that ball, and these honeybees are trying to kill her. They'll do it by heating her up so hot it will cook her to death. This happens because she's an imposter from another hive, or she's an old queen that doesn't produce eggs any longer. And the sound you're about to hear is called piping, and that's the queen yelling to stop.
This is a teddy bear that is so dangerous it has to be locked up. This bear is located in England in Bolsover Castle, which was originally built in the 12th century. And one of the strangest things about this place is that inside of it, there was a bear named Mr. Ted that is said to be extremely cursed and haunted by something evil. Now, staff are so afraid of him, which is why he is locked in a glass case surrounded by chains, which is so weird to see because you'd never think someone would be like threatened by a teddy bear. Apparently, this bear is known to cause headaches and nausea to anyone that is standing near it. There are also numerous occasions where people have heard this bear growling at them. There was this one time a news crew was allowed to go to the castle to see this bear, and at 3 a.m. during the witching hour, all the cameras turned off, and the producer got so sick that he was taken to the hospital. So this bear does not play around.
What's up, world? It's time for some weird facts you didn't know. Snakes can predict earthquakes. They can sense an earthquake coming from up to 75 miles away, up to 5 days in advance. So if you live in California, you may want to get a snake. Surgeons who play video games perform 27% faster and make 37% less errors. So if you're about to get surgery, you may want to ask your doctor if he plays Fortnite. Without saliva, humans are unable to taste food. So the next time you eat your favorite food, make sure you got a lot of spit buildup. An animal's yawn determines how big their brain is. So the bigger the yawn, the bigger their brain. Humans cannot walk in a straight line without a visual point. So when blindfolded, we will eventually start to walk in a circle. If you like this video, follow me, double tap it. Got that I Love Me merch available. It's been selling out. Make sure you get yours. I'ma holla at y'all soon.